guys maneuvered your way through a significant portion of the Netherdeep. You experienced a lot of Elixian's memories, where you kind of got to see some of his life from his earliest years of birth to some of his adult memories. You witnessed what happened to his family and other aspects of his life. You found some of his fragments of despair, and you absorbed them into your person. You guys eventually made it up here to the heart of the Netherdeep, and as you got close, you ran into your rivals who were looking exhausted, and they showed you that they had one fragment between the 5 of them, and they were just rotating it on a semi-hourly basis so that they could not be overcome with iridium exhaustion and corruption. And you expressed to them that you could help them survive, and you brought them back to the entrance through a portal that you guys found in one of the secret rooms. And after some discussion, kind of getting updates from them of what they've been doing and why they've been working with the Vermilion Dream, and kind of talking about how you've been working with the Cobalt Soul, you decided that it would be in your best interest to have them watch your 6 and protect this entryway and exit so that no one else can sneak into the Netherdeep and effectively impede the process and what you guys are about to do. And you opted to take one of the members of your friendly rivalry party with you. You decided on Maggie, of which it was decided through heated arm wrestling. But
Good.
you guys did, because she's thick. You guys did, you did successfully beat her in the.
I did not beat her. She successfully
Oh, that's right. She did
beat me.
Yeah.
That's right. She
Yeah,
proved herself.
she did.
And it was very annoying because I had started it as like, do I want to lose intentionally? And then I got very into it and used like 2 luck points, and then like still lost. And like I just wish I had said I was gonna lose.
We'll say that you guys, that was kind of in the middle of your rest as you were discussing it, so anything that you would have expelled as far as spells, resources, anything like that, you have recovered as if you have successfully finished a long rest.
Did we roll for breakfast or
Not
whatever meal is most recent?
Nope, not yet. I was going to say you have that capability right now if you so choose.
So I never
Cool.
used that 7 hit points
Yeah,
from last
I
time.
don't remember when those 7 came from, but like, you know, happy to make more breakfast.
It was most likely from you. Ooh, dang.
Do you guys still have the medals from the very beginning of the session?
Oh yeah.
I might
just
have
curious.
one. I know I gave some of them away.
I still have mine. I don't think I've used any.
one and have the other.
You know what else we need to remember about our bonds of Ioun?
Yeah. I keep debating using it and then being like, no, it's not worth it. And then I'll like debate using it and be like, no, it's not worth it. And then I'll debate using it. I'll be like, no, it's not
Stay
worth
with me.
Sorry, rule of 3 said I had to do that 3 times.
Yep.
So we get 1d10 HP.
HP.
Plus proficiency.
Oh.
That's garbage.
It's plus proficiency.
Well, sure, it's still 6.
So that's good.
You're not
Thank
always.
you.
You're not always gonna get everything.
I mean, we are underwater, to be fair.
I am underwater and have a super awesome OP temporary hit point system, so it's great. And for the record, I fed Maggie as well if she was willing to eat.
Oh, she 100% was willing to eat, so let me.
Sounds like you force feed her.
Take this! Take it right now!
You force feed her. That's fun.
Take it if you want to
Shove it
live.
in her mouth.
I don't have any medals left.
Do we want any? Oh, can I say that I do the thing that the meal that has an additional 1d10 to temporary hit points?
If you
Is
so
it too late
choose.
for me to do that?
You can do that if you
I
want.
was going through my buffs and seeing what I could do.
Yeah,
I
you can do
think
that.
I think I said I have the ingredients for that. Let me double check. Okay, so another D10. Because, you know, this is endgame. We need an additional 5 hit points.
Hey, there you go. Stack those buffs.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. Good deal. Love that.
And I put some, you know, handy spice pouch, just like a little sprinkle of like some spices you weren't expecting. You know? Just keep you on your toes.
Super hot ones.
Yeah, well, definitely on yours for sure.
Okay.
On your plate there is, you know, lots of extra spiciness.
Straight up ghost peppers, and that's it.
Yeah.
God damn.
I mean, like, it's ghost pepper, like, powder, I'm assuming, because it's
Right.
from my spice pouch. And I
Mhm.
assume I don't actually have ghost peppers in the spice. Like, I assume it's, like, reasonable spice powders that have come out of there. But it is ghost pepper powder
Ghost
spice.
pepper.
Ghost
See what we did there?
powder.
Yeah.
I saw what you did there.
Sorry,
alright.
I'm fine now.
No, you guys are good. Are you guys ready? Do you
Changing one
have your
spell.
plan? Okay.
Did we want me to use chaotic elf spice? I forget what that does. And maybe
No,
I never was
no,
told.
no. This is,
Sorry.
as you say, this is
Endgame?
endgame.
Well, as you guys get your breakfast complete, you get yourself ready for whatever this has for you. You move yourself towards the fleshy, undulating heart of despair, feeling the fragments once again start to well up inside of you and burn, just a little bit. And as you guys start to step through and you start to feel yourself kind of, the four of you being pulled through this abomination of this musculature, you guys all almost pass out for a second, and you find yourself in this library, just the three of you, with the visage of Ayun once again. It's more like a after image of Ayun, not so much herself being there, but more so an after image of she was here, she summoned you, and this is what was remains. And you feel this sense of knowing inside of the three of you, and no words are said, but an image flashes across all of your minds of Ank'Harel, and then Marquette at large, and then the greater world even at larger. You start to see this titanic mass of oily, slick shadow with tendrils climbing out of the Netherdeep, filling the entirety of the city, the state, the continent, and then eventually grasping onto different portions of the world, and just almost like it's making the world its heart in its own kind of strangely evil, unsettling way. And the tendrils kind of latch on, and as the image starts to fade, you guys, let me get to what I need here. You guys find yourself in somewhere new. You guys find yourself, the four of you, let me get to the top, go to where I need to be so I can tell you what this is. You guys find this clammy darkness that you pass through. You tumble onto this glassy surface of a lake which kind of feels solid under your feet.
Wait, we're on the surface of a lake?
It feels like you are, yes.
Oh, okay.
The surface of this lake is as solid. It feels as solid as ice, but it's not cold. You see, rising out of this water are 3 rocky isles, upon which crumbling structures that look like ancient prayer sites are found. You see waterfalls tumbling from the clear sky, giving off mist that blankets the area in shimmering silver. Directly in front of you, you see a life-sized statue of Elixion armed with a spear and a shield, standing on a white stone pedestal that rises inches above the water's surface. The statue's expression is serene, much like the water. And as you look around this cylindrical space, it's about 200 feet high and 200 feet in diameter. And as you look down, you can see about 20 feet deep into the water. Mechanically, you guys are all benefiting from the water walk spell, which is why this feels the way it does. As you tap it with your foot, you can see ripples, but you can walk on it as if you're walking on ground. You can end it at any time that you want, and you can sink into the water, but once you end it, it does not come back, just so you are aware of that. As you look around, Maggie is very confused and very concerned, as she is now in a place she's never been, similar to all of you, but she, I don't know, she seems even more unsettled. How are you guys all feeling as you leave the spooky Netherdeep to the 3 of you having that image from Ioun, but Maggie was not there?
I was gonna say, I feel like Ono is strangely calm.
Yeah, so is Carrie. Is there a light source? If we look up, what's happening?
This place looks like you're just outside in nature in a way.
Okay.
It doesn't look like it's dark. Everything that you can see, you can see. The whole of this space is very well lit to you. So
Well, it seems serene and almost a cavern, so yeah, Carrie's feeling pretty calm too.
Yeah, I feel like Pel just like prepared himself for anything when we came here. So, although I will say, I think that's the first time that I've met or seen Ioun, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
So
neither you nor Ono were there before.
yeah, that like I don't really know what's up with that, but that's not the important part right now. Right now we're here, so.
Well, I will just turn to Pel and Ono and say, did you see her?
The nice, smart-looking lady?
Yes, very smart. Yes, that was the knowing mistress herself.
So she's
Ono
a
has like
friend.
a strange, like, reverent moment. Cause I always forget that I actually have, like, in my list of, like, things that Ono is vaguely religious. And so I feel like if she had, like, met a god, she would, like, take a moment and, like, not sit down and meditate, but, like, pensive. And,
I choose to think that this is her way of both telling us of the importance of our task and also that she is going to be with us in any way that she can.
I'm gonna, like, we have the bond of Ioun's, those are friendship bracelets, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'd like to, like, tap friendship bracelets with Carrie and Pal.
What are we
Oh, yeah.
transferring contact information?
Oh yeah.
You know, as a,
Yeah.
like, yeah, Ioun's with us. We have Ioun friendship bracelets.
And then I'll
It's a
turn
real
to
one.
Maggie. Maggie, are you all right?
She's a large ogre. She's a very large being. And for the first time since you've seen Maggie, it looks like she's almost shrinking into herself, not so much out of fear, but more out of like when turtles go inside of their shell to protect themselves, she's kind of receding into her ruidium full plate armor to kind of protect herself, holding her great hammer, her great axe even, sorry, at close to her chest with both hands. You can see that she's on edge, but she's kind of receding into her armor as of to bolster her own sense of personal strength.
I am
I feel
sure
like that
that
like turtle comment was like it felt very pointed at something, but like I don't know what it was about.
you know, Maggie, I am sure that you and your party have seen plenty of strange things already here in the Netherdeep.
Yeah, we have.
Well, this is just more of the same. And you made it through that, and we made it through that.
You're right, we did. And you see that she kind of relaxes a little bit, so the grip on her axe isn't quite as tight, and she kind of, her shoulders drop just a little bit, enough where she's still aware of everything that's going on, but she is not holding herself quite as tight.
Can I reasonably say that in my disguise kit I have a fake mustache?
Absolutely.
Okay, so
No,
I would like to pull out
no,
my disguise kit.
you know what you're doing. No.
What am I doing?
You're gonna put it on Elixian.
No, actually I wasn't. Although that's a great
Okay.
idea.
Never mind.
I was just going to try to cheer Maggie up, and I was going to put like a blonde mustache on, and in my best oh no Harry and Darrington impression say, "This is gonna be fun, fun, fun."
Roll me
Hoping that that is a book
performance.
she's read before.
Roll me performance.
And do bad.
Ugh.
So she doesn't. You see, there's no like look of recognition as if she's picking up she doesn't pick up the reference, but
Right,
she
right.
does. She does kind of chuckle because it is kind of like objectively it's kind of funny.
This is objectively ridiculous.
Yeah, she's just kind of. You can see that she kind of relaxed a little bit more, and the look that washes over her face is like, really, you were in this serious of a situation, and this person wants to put on a fake mustache and make a joke.
Hey, we are the Zoodles.
True. As you guys, as you all see Ono put on this mustache and try and bolster Maggie's self-confidence, you look at these three sites a little longer. Pell, you kind of notice it first as the others two are kind of trying to ground Maggie. You kind of notice that as you are looking at these prayer sites, the longer you stare, you see they're coming more and more into focus as the mist that's coming down and emanating from the waterfall hitting the ground. The prayer sites look like they're covered in ruidium.
Oh.
God damn.
And as you kind of take this in, and as you notice it over here at this one first, the one to your left, you see it clears, and then the mist slowly starts to pull back further from the other two. All four of you hear this voice. It sounds similar, but different. And the Apotheon's voice emanates from the statue in front of you. After so long, we can finally speak to one another, and I am overjoyed. You've seen what I have done, what I have become. You, better than anyone, have the clarity of sight to judge me. May I leave? And in the voice, you sense a tone of urgency in a way, but like expectancy. But it's odd because this style of tonality of his speaking voice is different from any you've heard before. The four of you kind of get this uneasy, hesitant feeling. But
I was gonna say, is it weird to like make an insight check?
no, go ahead.
That's what I would like to do.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah, you can.
I mean, I'm
you
no
can,
good at it,
You
but I
can
did
all
it.
do it if you want to. Maggie will at disadvantage because she has never heard this voice before, and she is like, oh. But she cannot be frightened, so there's at least that going for her.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
10. Okay.
Still did better than me did.
Pell, you can roll an insight if you want.
Yeah, okay. For sure.
Well,
Fantastic.
I got you, fam.
yeah, the three of you, like I said, all sense a different type of tone in his voice, which is giving you pause and a little bit of hesitancy and this weird sense of uneasiness. In addition to, you're in this new place you've never been, and comparatively, this place looks quite nice, bar the, ruidium-soaked prayer sites. That's not really normal, but here we are. Carrie, you feel, here is, just so you know, so I don't have to repeat it again, that's what he said. In his voice, you kind of get this feeling that whatever judgment you pass to him is going to affect whatever happens next. Whatever you respond to him with, if it's a judgment or if it's something else, that will direct what his response to you is. It's like he's saying it but waiting, expectantly waiting for you to answer his question of, may I leave?
So Ono, who doesn't have as much insight on this, is just gonna lean over to Carrie and go, "What does leave mean in this context? Where is he gonna go?"
That is an excellent question, and I believe we should pose it because I feel that whatever answer we make to him is going to be very important, very true, that it will come to pass.
How did we get that much power over this?
I tap on the vestige that Ono is wearing.
Oh shit.
Alexian, we are most happy to come to this place and finally get to, yes, speak to you in person. May I ask, what is your wish? What do you intend to do once you leave here?
I've dreamed of my future for so long, but now that you ask, I find that my dreams have abandoned me. I want to walk by myself along the streets of a city where no one has cause to fear or loathe me.
That is admirable, and I think you will find that there are many such cities that now exist that did not when you walked the earth.
I was gonna say, and if you just changed your name, then I don't think a lot of people, would recognize you if you change your name. You could try like Allie, or maybe like X. Just some suggestions.
Roll me.
Oh God.
Those of you who are listening, roll me an insight check in response to his answer to your question.
Yeah. Oh no, good job.
Ono's very focused on
Just
new
modify
names.
that. Okay.
I'm muted. Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hey,
Hello.
welcome to the game.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
You can roll me insight too, pal.
Okay, sweet.
I thought you said you could roll me insight too, pal, and then I realized you said pal, and I was like, yeah, we're pals, and then I'm like, oh.
As you guys are all listening
Bird.
and kind of conversing, Maggie has more of an objective view of this Elixian, as never has she seen, talked, or even really heard of Elixian before. Maybe in passings through working with the Familiar Dream, but to her, this is just some disembodied voice coming out of a statue. And she kind of
Makes sense.
she whispers to the three of you, seems sincere, but I'm unsure. Keep. She kind of like points towards him and goes, keep him talking. Maybe we can figure out more. I don't know. Or I guess we can judge him, but I don't really have a premise to judge it, whatever this is. So I'm gonna lean on you for that.
Thank you, Maggie. That is good advice. Alexian, can you tell us how did this ruidium come to be? It seems odd that it is covering the temples here.
As you start to ask him about the ruidium, you see the eyes on the statue kind of flash this brilliant scarlet red. He says, "Do not speak to me of that wretched stuff. I would sooner slay anyone who takes it from my domain than see it used again. Let us be rid of this evil place and deal with ruidium later." Everyone roll me insight checks.
Damn. You don't like Wildemount.
Dang, man,
I mean-
she's good at insight.
Wow, so is Ono.
We all got good rolls.
Y'all did good. Carrie, you can tell he's upset. At you for asking about Iridium. The other three of you who did very, very well. Too with the old Critibadoonies. You can tell that he's deeply conflicted. He says he wants it gone, but you can tell in the underlying tone of the voice that maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's getting something from it.
Ooh.
But there's a conflict there. Yes, that's exactly what I said. There's a conflict there. Kind of like it's a very, very slight hesitancy how he responded compared to before. It's like he doesn't want it gone, but he says he does. It's one of those situations.
Like perhaps he's been corrupted somehow. Maybe.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Well, I think one of our goals is to get rid of it, so that's sort of on the same page, question mark? We don't like it either.
It
Kinda
is
weird.
already causing a great deal of grief, and we see signs that it could become something horrible for the entire world that we know. So it is definitely one of our most important goals. How is it that we are to release you?
You merely make a decision. You merely free me or you don't free me. At this point, I'm becoming very impatient. You need to decide. The world above sings to me, and you're withholding your judgment. Am I free to go? What's your decision? And you feel, you know the feelings of Elixion. The fragments that were once part of you that allowed you to enter this heart of despair, you no longer feel them in your person. You feel that they have kind of disapparated out of you. But you still recognize Elixion's feelings from all the time that you've spent acknowledging them before. And you feel that his impatience is starting to grow. But he's not. You don't feel any sense of lying or misrepresentation of how he's telling you to free him. Basically, you're getting the feeling that remembering what your job was to come here and either kill him or free him or do it or stop the Ruidium getting back out to Ankaro. However you choose to do that was your job from Jamil. Elixion wants to be free, and you have seen all of the imagery of his life thus far, what he has endured, what he has done, and his voice seems like it's playing both sides of a fence almost. it's not like it's not quite able to find the balance, and it's not all there. It doesn't seem like there's something missing, or there's something more that it's not quite shown itself. At least is how it feels. In this,
Sorry.
yeah, in
Go ahead.
this like this haste to try and get an answer from you.
Can you remind us when we were talking to our friend at the portal? Or what was he? He wasn't. Was he a beholder? No. He was a
The aboleth?
Thank you. Yes, the aboleth.
Mhm.
What? The aboleth was holding something.
The aboleth believed that a portion of the Apothian or Elixian soul was imbued into him.
Okay. And did the aboleth say? I'm sorry, I'm frantically paging through my notes here, but did the aboleth say something about getting the soul back together?
It said ideally that could happen, but it wasn't sure because he was only a part of the soul, and that it may have to be destroyed or freed, if I recall.
Okay.
But he had no idea on how to do it. It was more of like one was the soul and one was the spirit, and he kind of tried to separate those two things the best that corrupted-ish aboleth could.
We have seen the visions that I believe you wished us to see, and I must say that I have great pain in my heart for what you have been through and what you have endured, and the many good things that you have done that nobody understood or saw. I think what has been your lot since you were a small child is not one that anyone would choose, and we honor what you have done.
I was born as the calamity raged around me. I grew up knowing fear, and I watched the betrayer gods turn my home into a barren wasteland. My only regrets are that I could not save others, and that my sacrifices were not enough to free me from this God's forsaken fate. You see, there was kind of like spite in his voice when speaking about the gods, but not so much in his past. As the past is the past.
If we decide to set you free, do we have any sort of sense from you? Can you even know, since you've been imprisoned here for so long, that your desire to help people and to not put anyone through what you have been put through will outweigh your bitterness and your urge for revenge?
There is a long pause, almost like the voice is kind of floated off, and in almost not quite a confused tone, but almost like despondence, like he's just ignoring your question outright. He just responds with, "I've been imprisoned for so long, and I've dreamed of so many things. Those dreams gave me hope, but now you're here. They don't need to be fantasies any longer. You can free me. I can fulfill them.
And what are those dreams?
Dreams. That's what they are. They're dreams."
I'm recalling that when we met the aboleth, there was a reaction. There was a positive reaction to the amulet jewel thing, and so in recalling that, I would just like to see if this Elixian thing has a reaction to just me, like, showing the jewel of three prayers to it, him, them.
As you pull out the jewel of 3 prayers. The eyes flash red once again. And you feel like this white hot heat emanate from the statue, almost like this pulse, like when you first turn on a heater and it just hits you with that wave of heat, or when you open an oven and then it passes. But as this wave of heat flushes over the 4 of you, you feel fury. I'm filled with hatred for the god who condemned me to this hell, and for the people who tear at my essence to satisfy their own greed. Does that not scare you? Does worshipping and working for the gods that will betray you not terrify you? That they will imprison you, that you will be left alone, that you will have no future and you will be imprisoned for millennia, to be tortured and destroyed at the hands of others when you have no control? And kind of remembering some of the things you've seen and some of the experience that you've had, the god that condemned him, you likely believe is the one who killed him. Grumsh, the big
The orc.
Yep, the big Gorgonite orc. And then people tearing at him. You are smart enough to realize that he's talking about the factions who are ripping ruidium from the Netherdeep and using it for their own needs.
So he's equating ruidium with his essence.
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead and everybody roll me insight checks.
Okey-dokey.
Yeah.
Wow, she is rolling crit 20s.
She's going
Oh,
crazy.
shit.
She's gonna be useless in combat at this rate.
Shush,
Yeah.
All of her
He's
20s
gonna
will
do
be
great.
gone.
God,
Josh.
why are you using them all now?
We need these. They're important.
Pell, you feel that he is getting
Oh yeah.
not
know what's
he's
up.
not happy. He's very, you can tell he's upset. That rage and that fury is kind of lingering a little bit longer. It clings to your sword a little bit, and you feel it just like kind of pulsating. You feel like this underlying rage kind of building under you, and then it kind of passes a little. But between Maggie and Ono and Carrie, you can feel the impatience of him growing and growing and growing, and that you can't tell if the positive things he's saying about dreams and wanting to walk on the city streets and his regrets of not being able to save people are his true intentions, or if this fury and this rage and this hatred towards those who are ripping his essence out of the Netherdeep are his true intentions, if he's going to act upon those. You can't tell which of his emotions are winning that battle, but you can tell that he's kind of torn, but you can tell that he does not want to be here anymore. He's been here a very long time, believes that you are here to free him.
This is rough.
I mean, I feel like we are here to free. I mean, like, okay, here's the thing. Here's the like meta outside of knowledge. Either way, this guy does not deserve to be in this like eternal suffering that he's currently in,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So the question
Correct.
I
is,
agree.
do we like free him from this
He's
and then like
vibes, dude.
I don't know, fight him and send him to a different. I don't know. It doesn't logically make sense to like somehow send him to a different afterlife somehow, because that fundamentally doesn't make any sense to me. But
He's not in an afterlife, is the thing.
yeah, right.
So he could go to a plane of some other god or some other place.
But what if
You
he's
know.
Never mind.
No, say it. Say
Well,
it.
I mean, like,
No bad
I
ideas.
don't know. What if we nothing.
Okay.
You have to like message us later or something, because I gotta know what the dumb idea was.
It's no problem. Don't worry about it.
You realize that's never gonna make me not worry about it, but I appreciate
You
it.
guys all here. What say you? Am I free to
Oh,
go?
no.
Choose.
What can you do to help us destroy this place so that no one can access the Ruidium ever again? And what does that have to do with you? Because I fear that you are bound to it.
Do you doubt my intentions? Do you not trust that I know what I'm doing? Do you not believe that I deserve to be free?
I feel that you have been in pain for longer than absolutely anyone should have to be. And that being in that state for as long as you have makes figuring out what you want very difficult.
You feel all emotion of connection between you all and Elixion dampen.
Oh no.
This is again what it feels like when you have no other person but your own feelings inside of you.
Yep.
And as the feelings of emotions dampen, you feel and you see this spherical place around you start to rumble. The water starts to churn as if it's in anger, and the sounds of breaking glass and cracking stone pierce the space as the Apothian speaks. I have prayed for freedom, and I have begged for release. I have screamed to an uncaring world and the impassive heavens for salvation. Yet even here, with you before me, I am denied. And you can tell at this point, the emotions all come crashing back to you, like you've just been hit with a 20-foot surge wave on one of the coasts, and you feel betrayal. Like he was waiting and hoping and waiting, and it just didn't happen. No more waiting. I will claim everything I have waited these long centuries for, and you will be the ones that the world forgot. As those words start to ring and the water beneath you starts to kind of crack, the statue of Elixion melts into a mass of pulsating black ichor. It fills your nose with a putrid scent like a combination of iron and rotted meat. This looks similar to the ichor and the black tendrils that covered Ancorel and Marquette and the world in the vision that Ioun gave you upon entering the Heart of Despair. Bright light flares from the ruined prayer sites. Thunder booms as a crimson storm clouds blot out the sky. You see that from these prayer sites, the ruidium which was glowing now has become tendrilless, and these tendrils of iridium that glow with malevolent power just kind of reach out and are trying to grab things, and they're swatting at the water, kind of being like, almost like each island is an octopus of ruidium in of its own. And for a moment, dead silence falls over top of the lake. And as you kind of look around and you're taking in what is happening, you see a milky white monster lunges out of the water with dozens of arms, too many blinking eyes, and a thick hide festooned with blades burst out of the inky ooze. It rears back and it crashes down onto the lake as it howls with vengeance, and that is what you see.
Oh,
I need everybody to roll initiative. You guys all have advantage because you're within 30 feet of Maggie.
Buddy.
Look at myself.
That thing, dude.
That crawls out of the statue that just melted.
Holy shit.
Alexian, buddy.
Buddy.
Initiative. She's
That's not a buddy anymore, man.
Oh, I know.
15 for.
Oh my, that is atrocious.
All right. You want to see what it looks like, the actual full big picture?
I
There you go.
really do.
There
I
you go.
really do.
Looks like that.
Ugh.
Buddy.
Oh my god.
All right. Carrie, you are up first. But at the top of the round, before you
Oh,
take your
gosh.
turn, you see that. Yeah. From over here, over at this statue, this prayer site that you see over here, to your northeast, you see Coralon. A magical wisp of light emerges from Coralon's ruined temple, and I'm gonna roll a d4, and it'll be Ono is 1, Carrie is 2, Maggie is 3, and Pell is 4.
Okay.
Ono, I need
no.
you to roll me a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw, or be charmed. I don't know if you have the capability of being charmed currently, but all of your, all of the emotional things that you guys had that gave you buffs and pros and negatives, those are
Right.
gone now. You don't have them.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
Wait, what?
So all those fragments that you had, which let you in here, those disappeared and joined into like. So you
Oh.
don't have the fragments anymore. So, if you can be charmed, Ono, you roll a Wisdom DC 15, and you are not charmed until the end of his next turn.
No.
Carrie, it is your turn.
Okay. First, Carrie is just gonna send up a prayer to Ioun.
Okay.
And say, "Gracious lady, you've sent us here. Don't abandon us now. We are surrounded by false gods. Help us if you can." And then I'm gonna go ahead and cast. I think we're gonna kick off with Blight. Give
Okay.
that a chance to.
All right.
Give that a chance. See how we go. That is
Okay.
a con 16 saving throw.
Okay.
Oh my.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
As you
Yep.
unleash this necrotic beam directly into the chest of Alexian the Tormented, with all of these swords and blades and rubidium spikes sticking out the arms, emitting from the body, and these multitudes of eyes, this necrotic beam hits them and is absorbed, and nothing happens.
Good to know, because this spell has no effect on undead or constructs. So,
All you know is that that damage type does not work on this
Yep.
creature.
that was a hell of a save. Okay.
Even without the plus, he made it.
Yep,
I rolled really,
yep,
really
it
well.
Didn't even need a plus. Yeah. Okay. I would like to. Are these squares 5 or 10?
They're 5.
Okay. So I'm gonna do some moving because we are in a little clump here. And Coralon came from here.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to. 30. I think I'll go to there.
Okay. Not your turn.
And that is my turn.
Okay. Alexian is going to use a legendary action and make a grasping hand attack at Maggie. Is Maggie close enough? No, Maggie is not technically close enough. She's in this weird square, so she's safe. So Maggie can't actually reach. He can't reach Maggie. It's so cool. He's gonna try, but nothing's gonna happen because he can't attack. So no legendary action burn. Just he's smart enough to know he can't reach that far. But it is Maggie's turn. So Maggie is gonna step in to here, and Maggie's gonna take 2 heavy great axe attacks.
Come on, Maggie.
Well, the first one hits.
Ooh.
For
Nice damage.
her. Alright, her weapons are not magical weapons. So.
That's oof.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem to really matter too much. So it goes through. But now, that being Maggie's turn, I don't think Maggie has anything else. Nope, she's good for right now. He's gonna use a legendary action and now make a grasping hand attack at Maggie since she rolled in there. A 13 is gonna miss Maggie. Yep. Cool. I'm actually gonna do this so I don't forget that I have 3 of these bad boys with 2 left each round.
Force damage.
So now it's Elixian's turn. Okay. Cool. So Elixian is going to move to right there with his big ass self. And he's gonna take
my opportunity attack with my hold the line.
Oh yeah, when they move into your spot, you get opportunity. Go ahead.
Oh damn.
Go ahead and take that.
Yes.
You go to swing and you kind of miss the timing it just barely. As you go to swing down, they just haven't stepped into your range. They're like an inch away, and you just barely miss. Seeing that you had swung at them though, they are going to, however, take a grasping hand attack at you and one at Maggie. So this one's at you. A 19? Does that hit?
No sir.
No, cool. And then at Maggie, a 22, which I'm pretty sure does hit. Yeah, because Maggie's got that for 10 force damage, so she's down to 1 temporary hit point. And Maggie is currently grappled. Oh, and he has 6 arms, so, you know. Oh, wait.
Oh, good to know.
He cannot grapple Maggie. Maggie's too big. Maggie's large.
Woo.
Maggie cannot be grappled because she is large.
Doing good.
I'm not in the order.
Oh no.
And
what were you?
oh no.
I thought you were. Dang. What did you roll? 18 with advantage. All right. I don't know why I didn't put you in the
I
order.
think it was 14.
What, you were 13?
14.
14? All right. We'll do this. We'll keep their turn the way it was, and we'll just have you go right now.
Yeah. I'm not asking you to retcon that.
Yeah,
I'm just
you're
asking
fine.
to be in here at some
I
point.
just don't know why I didn't put you in there. All right, so we'll do this. You take your turn real quick, and then Elixian will say where Elixian is. So you can just move to there if you want. If you're gonna attack Elixian there.
Cool. I want to use the thing that I've never used about the Jewel of Three Prayers that lets me use a bonus action to like teleport a willing creature within 15 feet. My goal is to try to make it so that I can get around to the other side to flank, and I don't know if I actually have enough movement between movement and that to do that.
You should, because remember you just
Oh
wanna
no, wait, I can't also rage on that, so that's not going to
how much
work.
movement do you have?
You know what?
You have 40 feet, right?
When I go into a range,
Yeah, I was gonna say you can double speed. Yeah, you can double.
I can just rage and double my speed on this round, and my speed is 40. So I don't have to do that. Although I was looking forward to the damage, but like I can't bonus action 2 things. So I will just rage and run.
Yeah, that just happens as part of it. So you can rage and move your movement, and then you also still have your movement and you have your action. So.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna come over.
Get a little bit of R&R.
I don't know where. Do I need to be like on top of?
We'll say that you pretty much have to be directly across from Pell to get the flanking. So you have to be like there, which you can make that movement because you effectively had to run past there to get there. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So I'm gonna do claw. No, just 3 claws. I'm sorry.
Just 3
It's
claws.
just dagger, but claw.
Yep.
I'm going to reckless because let's be real, you know.
Uh-huh. Oh, I know. Yes. Yes.
Ooh.
And Jesus.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh my god.
All right. So
Yes,
roll me.
yes, Jesus.
Roll me the non-crits first. And it's
Oh,
plus.
it's
It's
still
plus
not
3 your age.
including-
Yep. 17
It's
plus
still not
6.
including rage. Where's
Yeah,
my
I don't
rage
know.
card?
I don't know why. All right. Now roll me that crit.
Big ball crit.
It's gonna be
Oh,
8
yeah.
plus 6 plus. Oh, okay. So 8 plus 11 plus 56. Weird. All right. So it's gonna be. Yes. Plus 3. Cool. All right.
And I just like flavor-wise, I want on the record her claw attacks to be like her to be being like, "There's someone good inside of you somewhere," and like she's trying to break the outer shell to break him out. I'm not saying that logically makes sense, but that's her that she still wants Alexian to not be trapped in this perpetual whatever it is.
Great.
So that flavor is in here.
Okay, so I'll say you can add that as part of your action, and I will tell you that you guys placated him 4 times during your expedition in the Netherdeep. So, roll me a persuasion check, and you have a total of 4 advantages. So every time you use a persuasion check to try and persuade him of something, you have up to 4 advantages that you can use, and once they're gone, they're gone. But, so, you can try and convince them of what you're trying to convince them, if you so choose.
Didn't we decide last time that Pell is our talker for persuasion?
Yeah, I feel like I don't want to waste that, but I would just like that all. I don't
Okay,
want to waste
that's
the
fine.
advantage of that,
Okay,
but I
that's
will. Well, like no, I don't have to use it the
No.
advantage.
You don't have to,
I
you just
wouldn't
have
do
the
it.
capability
I'm
of
gonna
having
be honest. Pell's not really gonna try to talk to this. I'm gonna just be real here.
That's fair, that's fair.
Can I? Okay, can I do the persuasion but not
Yeah.
take an advantage?
Yes.
Just for the attempt of it?
Yep.
Cool.
You were so close, but no. You, as you're yelling this, you hear a voice come out of this thing. What languages does everybody speak?
Celestial, Common, Draconic.
Okay. Okay.
Celestial, deep speech, druidic, undercommon.
All right, and she speaks Common and Giant. Okay, she doesn't speak Ogre. She speaks Giant, Wild.
Look, you know what? It depends on where you're raised
This
sometimes.
is true. You guys hear in Celestial, so the two of you understand this. It says, "You can't understand. No one can understand the pain of spending years beyond counting in darkness." And then we'll go to Pel's turn.
Okay. I am going to try to slash at like the bottommost arm here.
Okay. Yes and no and yes.
Ooh, okay.
16 does hit. So you have 11, and then the 8 is for psychic, right? That's from your
Yes.
All right, so that's. I'm just gonna do math on here. Oh, that's
That's
19. That's
some big
39. That's
damage.
39.
Jeez.
Not bad. Also, can I stack some temporary hit points?
Technically no, but
yeah.
yeah, you guys already have a lot of hit points, so no.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Then I'm just gonna mark him, and I'm gonna just. That's it.
Cool. All right. Seeing that you're hitting him and Ono's hitting him, he's gonna. Can't get all of you. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna try and take out the 2 scariest things right now, and that's Ono and Maggie, because Maggie is just
We'll get there one day.
a thick, scary lady. I'm gonna use the zombie.
I would have thought my
token.
looks would do it, but I guess I look too much like him.
Right. I'm actually gonna use this undead. Spirits.
Right, Alex says.
Yeah.
So I'm just using this as
No hesitation.
a 10 feet marker. So basically, he's gonna drop this thing right here between the 2 of you guys, So he's going to use 2 actions, and you see that the ancient weapons from the hide of the back of Elixion rip off, and just ruidium and blood just dripping off of them. They fly down into a 10-foot sphere between you and between Ono and Maggie, and they start spinning. So when you guys start your turn, you're just gonna take damage. And that's how that
It's
goes.
happening.
And then layer action at number 20. He sees you there now that you're. He kind of forgot about Carrie for a second because you tried to attack and then ran away,
That's
but
it. Nothing happened.
he's
Yeah.
getting brutalized by these other folks. Cool. So, all right. Go ahead and make me a DC 15 dexterity saving throw. Hell.
Okay, well, yeah.
Okay. You see a tendril, a red ruidium tendril comes out from Avandra, her statue over in this parasite, comes out to grab you, and you move out the way as it wet and moistly slaps on the lake surface and misses you. It tries to grab you, and then it just kind of recedes back to the
We're
prayer
good.
site. Carrie, it is your turn.
Neat. Neat. So, in response to what poor Elixion said, I say, you are right. None of us can possibly understand what this has done to you. But we must make sure that the world above does not experience what you have. And I am so sorry. And having said that, as a bonus action, I'm gonna drop my healing spirit.
Okay.
Which let me remind you of the radius here. 5 foot square. So let's put it.
Here, you can use
Let's
like a
put it-
zombie, or you can use any of the other random tokens that you may have access to.
Okay.
Since it's just a 5 foot square token.
Let's just put it right there, so that you frontliners can get to it if you need to.
I don't know where right there is.
Sorry, did you not see me ping?
Oh, that right there. Okay. No,
Yeah.
I did not. I was looking away.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna say it's this drow right there.
Beautiful.
That's the healing spirit, and it has what, 6 charges or something?
I'm going. Yeah, it has. Wait. Number of times equal to 1 plus your spell casting.
So I think 6, right?
That's 5.
So you have 5. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So that green bar, which will be, because you'll know how often you use it because it's.
Yeah, I'll keep track. I've got
There you go.
hatch marks.
It's right
I
there.
am gonna
just
cast it
put
at
5.
3rd level.
Okay. Cool.
Just so that the healing is a little bit higher on that. So if you need to run into that square and I can toss you a little auto heal. How would it be insulting or good, y'all, if I made the healing spirit look like little boy Elixion?
Oh no.
Ooh.
Also, if you wish to try and persuade them to try and appease Elixion, or at least like kind of temper them,
Yeah.
you can roll a persuasion check.
Okay, you know what? Go big or go home, right?
Do you want one of the 4 advantages? Because you have 4.
I'm going to make it look like little boy Elixion and say, there is the little boy who should have had love and understanding and that can heal the world. And I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna give it a try.
Oh boy, that can heal the world.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm rolling this persuasion at advantage.
Okay.
Okay. Oh god, you guys. I hope this wasn't really super stupid.
Ooh.
Sorry.
As you say that, you see like all of the eyes, the numerous eyes that cover the entirety of its hood. They all turn and look at you at once. Thousands upon
That's-
thousands of eyes, just all creeping on you at one time.
Unsettling.
And then it says, "This monstrous form, you must destroy it. I can feel its hatred tearing at me. Please. I can feel my spirit inside straining to escape."
Oh no, it was right.
We will help. I promise. And then I'm gonna cast Sunbeam.
Oh shit, okay. You can't do that though, because you already cast Healing Spirit in 1 turn.
Oh right, because I can't do another spell, huh?
That is correct. Woo
Never
woo.
mind. It was gonna be so dramatic though, Alex.
Yes, it was.
Hey, how to
and
druid?
I'm sorry, I
How
have
to
to
magic
take it
use?
away from you.
How to magic
I
use?
won't even roll the con save. How about that? I might save the
Okay.
one. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right. All the eyes turn and they look at Pell, and as the final legendary action of this current round, until they come back, he's gonna take a grasping hand attack at you, Pell.
Oh yeah.
A 19?
No.
He's trying to grab you with the hand that you're slicing. It's missing. All right. So because
Am I able to make a sentinel attack when he does that?
absolutely.
Then I'm gonna do that.
Do it. Pew, pew.
I didn't remember whether the rules of sentinel was like on a
Yes.
turn or
Nope.
whatever.
It's basically using your reaction because it's an opportunity attack, and that will hit.
Nice. That wasn't supposed to be bite.
It's the same attack. It's the same.
It is the
roll
same
dice.
plus attack,
Yeah,
but it's the
that's-
wrong
yeah.
damage.
Cool. So 8 plus 3, so 11. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, with that, Maggie's starting her turn with these blades that are spiraling around both you and her, just catching you. There's no save for this. You just take this much damage.
Yep.
So Maggie's gonna right off the rip take 19 damage. So this is now her temporary are all gone, and she's got 18 damage. And it's Maggie's turn. And Maggie's gonna wait.
Oh.
Hmm.
Does the mark count?
It does. For any
legendary actions?
attack, I would say. Sure.
Yes. Then it would be a disadvantage.
It would be at disadvantage.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. No, that's not actually an attack. That's just an.
That's not an attack. That's just
an
damage.
effect. Yeah, that's just an effect. Never mind. So you still have. That'll still affect them. That's just that was just the thing from that was a legendary action from before. Yeah. So there's that. But that was a good attack that I rolled. Anyway, a good solid 28. She's gonna take. She's gonna switch weapons really quick and grab her hammer and hit with a hammer because I like to hit with hammers. A 15 and a 22. 15 misses, but the 22 does hit as she bludgeons this thing for 18 damage, and it cries out in pain, looking really, really jacked up. Oh no, you will also take this much damage. 15, and it is just slashing damage, so that is reduced to 7. Yep, it's just regular swords.
Just swords.
Just swords.
Swords are nothing.
Okay. So, did he try to grapple someone again? He can't grab
no.
Maggie because she's too big.
Yeah, and I didn't mean to roll that attack. I did something else by accident.
Okay. Cool. I'm just gonna do all 4 attacks.
All right, we'll roll them one at a time. Actually, roll them all at once. You're fine. Go for it. Bang.
I'm like, I don't think we're at rolling them at one at a time yet. I'm gonna do reckless.
Okay. All right. Give me all that damage.
And I would like to put in one of my Bestial Fury, I think it's called?
Okay.
It's the thing that lets me occasionally do extra damage.
Okay.
I have to find it on my list of things. But anywho, let's start rolling some damage here. Oh, Infectious Fury. That's what it's called.
That's the one. Okay. All right. So it's gonna
What?
be. I got it. Don't
Oh
worry.
my god. I rolled almost max damage on. I believed I rolled it wrong because I was like, you can't get 23 on 2d12. But obviously, yes, you can get 23 on 2d12. But I had just fully believed that I did it wrong.
That's a solid 80 damage.
Holy
Wait, I have a quick question.
Jesus.
Can I have done that on the crit specifically?
Does it? I mean, sure. So it would be the same plus 24 more, so it's 104 damage. That's fine.
Oh wait, but it does have to make a wisdom saving throw. I forgot about that part. Which it's gonna make. Do. Oh, then nothing happens if it makes it saving throw. I thought it still took half damage.
Okay. So
No,
instead of
nothing
taking
happens.
47 psychic damage, it takes 0.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's still 60, 40.
Yeah, no, I'm still
something.
at 10.
Yeah, it's like 57 damage still. As you slash, just go ripping at it, slash by slash by slash, you get into the middle of it and you just rip your claws across its chest. And you see that Alexian's body, this body, falls to the ground. And like a cocoon, it cracks open.
Mm-hmm.
And as this body dies, you see another body appear from the cocoon. And this is this person. I gotta put them back in. Where were they in initiative? I just took them out and I shouldn't have. They were after Ona, so they would have been 13.
So this is Alexian, the Russian doll.
Yes, they would be right there.
Just multiple.
So the first one was Alexian the Tormented?
And this is Alexian the Callous.
Okay.
As he appears, you see that he has half plate armor on. He's got this radiant shield. He's got these golden wings with this feathery war dress on. And that's your turn, Ono. And
Yeah,
with-
that's it. If I know that I used my action and my bonus action, but I would just like it on the record that, like, in breaking through to a different level that I have no idea whether or not this new level is, going to fight me or not, I just want on the record that, like, oh no, like, cries of joy that somehow kind of worked. Her plan of, like, beat him out of the weird thing.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of whether or not it actually worked, it worked.
Mm-hmm.
And she's a little bit shocked that it did.
Okay.
No, you totally peeled him out.
Yeah, I peeled him out.
Absolutely.
We found the banana.
As the body breaks out of this cocoon, you see the wings which unfurl. He flaps them, flying directly up. Since he's basically flying out of this large thing, he'd be out of people's melee. He's gonna fly directly up in the air, 40 feet in the air, and you just see this radiant glow pulsating around this heavenly angelic creature. And he looks down at you, Ono, and he points his left hand, which is free of a spear, and he kind of turns his hands over and just, like, you know when people do the come at me when, like, they, like, motion for you to come at them? He does that. Yes, he does that and just very slowly does that at Ono, and then turns and, like lightning, he throws 2 radiant spears down at you from 40 feet in the air. Ono. 14 and a 27.
Mm-hmm.
And it's radiant damage as the first misses you and the second just crushes you through your hat and into your shell.
My hat! How dare you!
Damn.
Not my straw hat!
Wow. Wow, he is callous, y'all.
He is a callous motherfucker.
Damn.
And as he gets up there, the spear once again appears in his hand, looks at all of you in this judgmental face, and in a very cold voice says, "Your words mean nothing. I am the Apothian. I am born of the blessing of 3 gods. Thousands died by my hand. You will be no different. You are not special. No one cares for you. No one will miss you. I will rise once again, and I will rule, as was the intention. What crimes have I committed, other than craving freedom? Why do you not condemn those who left me to rot? Pell, it is your turn.
Why does he have to fly though? That's the problem here.
I know, right?
Like,
I'm a melee.
come on, man. Oh shit. I had an entire plan with the big body, a big guy, and then it's like, oh, I guess I gotta switch now.
I'm
Um,
sorry.
I'm going to flash my ring of shooting stars a little bit.
Oh, there you go.
And I'm going to expend 2 charges to make a lightning sphere appear like 5 feet within him.
Okay.
And I don't know if you know what it does, but
Let me.
when a creature other than you comes within 5 feet. So if I just summon it within 5 feet of him, does it just go off automatically?
Let's see. It's 1 to 4. The more you create, less powerful it is. Let's see. The spheres
I'll
last
create
long-
1, by the way.
You want a green one?
Just 1. Just 1 sphere. Not the color doesn't really matter.
Okay, so
It
you're doing
matters.
You're doing 1
Okay,
sphere for 4d12
I want
lightning.
1 green sphere.
Oh, you're doing the shooting star. Okay.
Yes.
It showered in
wait,
sparks.
No, I'm not. I'm doing the ball lightning.
You're doing the ball lightning.
I'm
Okay.
doing ball lightning. 1 sphere of ball lightning.
1 sphere of ball lightning. Okay. Must make or on a failed save they take lightning damage based on. Let's see. Yes. Let's see. On a pass, comes within 5 feet. Discharges lightning at the creature and disappears. Then must make a save on a failed save. So it's a save or suck. So if he passes, nothing happens. If he fails,
Yeah.
he'll take 4d12. Cool.
Please
All right.
fail.
So it's a dexterity save. Great. Surprisingly, a flying creature who's not super dexterous. Well, he's dexterous. He's just, And it's a what? 15. He,
No.
as this lightning ball goes to explode, you see that he pulls one of his wing down and bats it away, and uses one of his legendary resistances in this form to pass the save.
No.
Okay,
No,
okay.
sir.
Burning resistances.
No,
Burning
sir.
resistances.
I action
That's
surge
the way.
and do it again.
Okay, that's fine. He sees it coming again and just bats it away with its other wing.
Okay,
Well, actually, yeah, because it's not like a regular. It's not a reaction. It's just a resistance. Cool.
I
So
only have 2 charges left.
that's fine. You just burned 2 of his resistances. So.
Yep.
We're
Is
making
that
progress.
your turn?
Yes.
All right. So he, after batting lightning away with each of his wings, his eyes turn to you, Pell, and you see
God.
these radiant chains emit from him, and he slings these celestial chains down at you. I need you to make a DC 17 Strength saving throw, as you are enraptured by these glowing. You fail. These glowing celestial chains.
You know,
Would you like to succeed, or would you like to roll again, or do you want to see how bad this is before we, not before we make the decision to take my advantage, but like to see if we want to use it next time. You know what I mean? Do you want to use my?
Well, I mean, if you can give me advantage, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna take it, right? What?
Yeah.
How can you give me advantage? Yeah.
From my thing that lets me let you re-roll a saving throw that you failed. From the jewel.
Yeah, I'll do it.
You're within 60 feet of me. You failed a saving throw, so you can
Oh, yeah.
you can roll again.
Ooh.
Oh.
Woo.
As you get enwrapped by these celestial chains, Ono kind of looks over at you, and the
And I'm
jewel
like,
of
oh
three-
no!
It seems that the power of these 3 goddesses
Virgin.
kind of flares at you and shatters these chains from around you.
Yeah.
See if it'll show what it does. It doesn't show what it does, but here is. I'll show you what it does. I ain't afraid.
Is this just like an
That's-
insta-death?
No, it's not. I mean, you have zero capability to ever move. You cannot move at all. You are completely stuck in space by chains.
Oh.
Yes.
I mean, I have no regrets of using a charge for that.
Yeah.
No
How about you?
kidding.
We're fine. We're good.
Top of the order with layer action 20.
Oh.
Right. Let's see. All right. So, Carrie, coming up behind you, this like watery form
Mm.
with a vague likeness of you and your mother, maybe?
Oh no.
You're not quite
Okay.
sure. As it stands up, it just tries to backhand you across the face. And does a 23 hit you?
Oh yeah.
It hits you for 7 bludgeoning damage as it just cracks you across the side of the face as you turn to look at it, and then just dissipates
Rude.
down into the water.
Did you just get bitch slapped?
I did by my mom.
Made of
Damn.
water. But it's your turn.
Damn.
Or, my old self. Something.
You see, it was Sehanine. It
Okay.
came from this. It came from down here. That kind of
Yeah.
glowed, and it appeared beside you. But yes, it's gone now.
Okay. First of all, take the sunlight off because I was already concentrating on healing spirit.
Oh, that's not sunlight. That's your.
Oh, what is it?
That's your aura. That's your natural aura of being a
Oh, right.
thingy.
Okay, never mind. Good. That's all sorted. So, given that I saw that that previous shape didn't like necrotic, can I make some sort of
Make
check
me
about whether
a-
this
Make me
form
either
would-
a insight or perception check.
I would love to give you perception.
Do it.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, you could probably assume that if the first creature had resistance to necrotic, this probably has resistance to something, but you don't know. You can't tell specifically what
Yeah,
it is.
I mean, and it's celestial, but who knows? Okay, so, oh man, I'm going to yell, "Hell, give me a knee!"
Okay.
And I'm going to run at Pell, take a leap off of his knee, you know what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and turn into a giant eagle
Oh shit.
Solid.
and start circling my way up to Elixion.
Nice. What CR can you go into now? 1?
1. Mm-hmm.
Nice. So you are a giant eagle now, huh?
Yay!
Alright, so you wild shape using your action to get into a giant eagle, and we'll just
Yep.
say that you are. I'm gonna put you here because I don't have an eagle
Yeah.
token,
That's
and
fine.
we're gonna
We'll
say
remember
that you're 40.
that I'm a giant eagle.
Cool. Alright. Well, you make your way up there, and as you make your way up to this giant angelic creature, it's just gonna try and pin you with a spear using.
Yep.
You're 40 feet in the air, and it's gonna take a spear attack at you as you're flying towards it. So let's
Eagle
see.
kebab.
14 to hit your eagle
Just hits, yeah.
for 17 radiant damage as it
Okay.
catches you through the wing. I'll let you track that on your eagle sheet.
I got
over
it.
there. Cool.
Yep.
And that was another one of his legendary actions. Cool.
Good.
And it is Maggie's turn down at the bottom there. Maggie can throw hammers. up to
Yes,
6.
Yeah,
Maggie.
She can throw them
Come
20,
on.
60, which means the 40 feet's going to be at disadvantage, but she can throw 2 hammers at
These are
disadvantage.
big hammers
Can I?
too,
Oh
right?
shoot! Why didn't I do this? Can I pick Pell up in my claws?
It'll reduce your movement by half.
That's fine.
Okay.
Pell, you wanna
Oh,
get
yeah.
up there?
You
wanna
know
get up
I
there?
want. You
Okay.
know I want.
But when you're up there and you get hit by the spear, roll me a strength saving throw to see if you can hold on to
That's
him.
fair.
We'll say it's half that damage, so 10. It'll be like a regular save against the spell. Yeah, so you hold on to him. You kind of let go of one claw as you're getting speared, but
Please.
then you manage to grab back onto Pell's shoulder.
Mhm.
All right, so here's 2 hammer tosses at disadvantage. Damn.
Oh,
Well, the 26 is gonna hit. The 12, probably not so much. It's just bludgeoning damage. Cool. And this is the first time this thing has been hit with a flying Mario hammer. Well, he doesn't like that too much, so he's gonna turn and try and throw a spear as a legendary action at Maggie. 17 to hit Maggie. It hits Maggie. She takes it in the chest and it just bang right off her chest. It doesn't break through. Maggie is a tank. You picked the right person to come with
Yes,
you.
sir.
The others would be, they're good at range, but they would have been taking lots of hits by now. Oh no, it is your turn, and
Okay, so the first thing I would like to do is mourn my hat for a second, and I would like to take out the red beret that is in my inventory. and put on
No,
a new
you
hat.
do have one.
replacement hat. Yes.
I would like to put on a different hat because I feel like Ono is like self-conscious about like her hair or like lack thereof. I don't know. This is a new thing we've just decided. She likes wearing hats. And then I can't do shit from here. And so I would like to ask, would it be reasonable to say that I kept any leftovers from breakfast?
I mean, sure.
Or that I have any like eatable snacks on me?
Yeah, if you want to.
And I would like to hold up a snack to the guy that we're fighting. And I'm gonna say, "You're not you when you're hungry."
Oh my
And
god.
I'm going to try to persuade
Yes.
him to, be nice
Yes.
with my snack.
I mean, when have I not ever allowed the ridiculousness of this campaign to go on? So yes,
It's literally
you can
called his-
Listen,
you can
this is
literally hit him with the Snickers advertisement and see if that does anything.
this is peak Zoodle right here.
This is Peak Zoodle, and you do have 3 more advantages if you want to attempt
I'm-
to use it. I almost want to
wondering-
charge you an advantage to do this.
Is there any chance I could get away with doing a performance instead of a persuasion?
You know what? Yes.
No.
As long as you choose to use the advantage, I'll say yes.
Do it. Do it.
Sure.
We want you to do it. Oh, this is
The DC,
Oh.
because of the way you did it, technically the DC is higher than that, but I like what you did. So I'm gonna give it to you because you were really, really close. It was
Win.
It was at 17, and you got 16.
yes.
As you
Our god is an awesome god.
okay, so this is the very first response that it has on here, and I'm not making it up. This is copy and paste, and it just fits perfect. He looks down at you, staring judgmentally, and says, he says that I can't even say it without laughing. You do have a way with words, puny one.
God.
All right.
Is it possible for me to like that's my entire action, but I would like to try to like yeet the snack at him. And
Sure. If you
I
can,
don't think it's gonna make it.
I'll say you can do it at disadvantage, and if you can hit him, it'll be 1 damage, and it'll keep your rage up. Actually, doesn't matter. You just have to attack, so you gotta throw it. Yeah, it'll be at disadvantage though. To see
Okay.
if actually it'll be
Is it
advantage because he's gonna try and catch it and eat it.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that a strength or a dexterity? I don't
just-
think I'm proficient in snack
Just do
throwing.
it as strength because you're trying to straight eat it.
Eat the snack. Oh my fucking
You
god.
perfectly throw it. Let's see how well he catches it. I'm
But
gonna.
with that throw, it's easy peasy.
He almost misses it because he's got an eagle around him throwing spears, but you hit him in the right in the face, and so he just has to like catch it and drag it over. But he looks down, and he's very confused, but you know he's a little warmer now. He eats it and he goes.
He wasn't expecting the zoodles.
No.
No one expects the
He had
zoodles.
no idea.
But now it's
Poor Maggie. It's just like, what the fuck?
Dude, Maggie's gotta be fucking lost but happy at the same time. Alright. So oh man, that's wild. Okay. Alright. So he sees that he's got this giant eagle up here coming his way. So All right. He's gonna do two things on this turn. He's going to use blinding teleport, and he's going to teleport 40 feet down to behind Maggie.
Of course, yes.
And Maggie
I have driven him to ground.
And Maggie has to make a DC 17 con save or be blinded. Of course she's not. But he does.
Do we think that her not being blind? Oh no, she saved it. She saved it. Never
Yeah,
mind.
she saved it. Yeah,
Okay,
she
we're
saved
good.
it. Basically,
I read the strength save as her, and that's obviously not her. Yeah.
He appeared behind her, and she just didn't turn around fast enough, so it just completely missed her. And then he's gonna try and stab her in the back with a spear. No, Maggie is just taking beatings.
Maggie.
Maggie's a hero.
Maggie, MVP.
Pell, it is your turn. You're currently being carried by your eagle friend.
You're being carried.
Get it?
Well, I can't really attack him anymore. So
You can hold your action if you want.
Ooh.
We can totally do a grog here.
You could.
I
Yep.
don't know what that means.
He doesn't know
It
what that
means I'm
Okay.
gonna drop you from a height. That's what it means.
Shit. You know what? Hell yeah. That sounds awesome. I'm holding my action.
Okay.
I'm
Hold
ready
your
to
action.
swing.
All right. Carrie, it is your turn, but first he is going to
Eagle kebab.
Eagle Kebab. No, he is going to look over. He's gonna look over Ono, and he's gonna flash. By that I mean he's gonna flare. And light flares around him, and you both actually, because you're within. Yeah, you are. Are you 10 feet? Are you within 10 feet of him, or are you 15 feet away? You're 10. Cool. You're both 10 feet away. So he's gonna flare out this bright light from his wings, doing this much radiant damage to each you and Maggie. 20. Oof.
Oh, you just fed him.
It's okay.
But yeah, that was a legendary action, and Carrie, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna circle around and
Let's do this.
I'm wondering how much math Carrie knows. Like, for terminal velocity reasons.
Yep.
How high can I drop
The
Pell from?
projectile and
He will actually, live as opposed to.
Well, you basically have to fly 25
Uh-huh.
feet that way, and you can fly up and just so basically take 25 feet off, and that'll be when you get to him. And however much more movement you have, if you want to fly up that high, you can drop him from up there.
Here's the thing.
You can also dash.
I can fly 80 feet.
You can also dash and get more speed.
But let's talk terminal velocity, though.
I don't cap the sixes from height, from fall.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
But it also means if Pell lands on Elixion, they're both taking the damage. So
Yeah, no, I get that.
I
get
can
that.
I can take a hit here. We're okay.
Okay.
all right.
Well,
You just do your thing, dude.
Nobody has used my healing spirit yet. Oh no, I will just point that out that you could run over there and get some little bit of healing. Okay, I'm going to drop Pell 40 feet.
You're only dropping him 40 feet?
Oh, okay.
I mean,
That makes me so
Come
nervous when you
on.
do that, Alex. Like, I feel like it's a trap.
listen, I'm good. I'm ready for this.
You have the healing
Well,
spirit on the
60?
ground. You can
I do.
heal him.
I
You can go
can.
100.
So ready for this.
You can go hundreds of feet in the air and then drop Pell. Go big.
Yeah, but will I be
Although-
able to hit him though?
This is a 200-foot height maximum. So
Yeah.
yeah, you'll be if you
You
drop
know
him down, he will
Go
fall
the
directly on it.
200 feet, dude.
No, I will go 80 though.
Okay.
I will go
you're
80.
gonna drop Pell 80 feet. Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm ready.
All right,
I'm
Pell.
ready.
Pell, you and him are both gonna take
Yeah.
8d6 damage.
-3.
All right.
Oh god.
That's actually not that bad. 29.
Okay. And now you can punch him.
And now
but
it's
also
now it's your
my
reaction.
turn, right? Oh, it's his first.
Well, so you went up 80 feet for your movement,
I did.
and then you
Okay,
dropped
never
him as a
mind. That
bonus
was my
action.
turn.
So I mean, you have an action still.
Well, I can't get to him though.
Okay. Yeah. And then you have
So I
your
would swoop down and.
and then you have your reaction right now.
Yeah.
And you only,
Let's do
I think you technically only get one attack as a reaction. I don't care.
Really?
I think so. I think that's how it goes
Wait.
with fighters.
If you
Yeah,
hold an action,
I
I
think
thought
so.
it was the whole action.
Let me see.
Oh. It's
Oh.
weird.
Yeah, it's weird. It's
That's-
different. It's different for
I mean, 'cause
fighters.
if it's a reaction,
Hmm.
okay,
It's
yeah, I don't
different
know.
for fighters. Hold on one second. I
Okay.
was just looking at this the other day.
Never played a fighter, so I will
It's-
shut up.
It's because of how they specifically word their multi-attack. That's why.
Well, that ain't good.
No, most times I don't care. Most times, here we go. Ready? This is what I'm looking for. Do reaction.
Is it because it says like attack action on your turn or something?
Let's see. You know.
I mean, I'll even with the one attack. The
Yeah.
falling
It's-
damage is sort of
I don't care. We'll go. You can just take them. Take them all.
Yeah.
We're here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
my. Oh my.
Well, they all hit.
Listen, let's be honest.
All right, let me do this damage. Let me add this math.
This is big boy damage here. This is real damage.
I'm not doing damage, but I'm facilitating damage.
You're being a support character.
Uh-huh.
Well, guys, he's still in 3 digits.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay. Perfect.
I'm gonna assume that
I'm not
that's
surprised.
3 digits where the first digit is 1 now based on that, but that's just hopeful.
You don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
we don't.
But since you just dropped him on top of him, it's now his turn. And you know what's gonna be really funny? Because you're that far up, and he has 1 legendary action left, and he has a range of 120 feet with this.
Burn it, baby.
He is. You see these celestial chains come out from behind his back, kind of like from Hellraiser.
I'm gonna take
And
that
they-
falling damage.
And they're gonna go up and they're gonna wrap around you. I need a DC 17 strength saving throw as a giant eagle.
Let's see. +3, so that's better than Carrie's for sure. Okay, so.
Oh, I also forgot to do the layer actions. I'm gonna do it right now. Once you're done. So 18.
So
So these chains go to wrap around you, and you just flap out the way just in time. But because I forgot my layer actions, I'm gonna do them right now. We're gonna go back to 3 over there with Coralon, Maggie is going to need to make a wisdom saving throw, or she is going to be charmed. She can not be charmed. It doesn't matter. She's immune.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Maggie is so great, guys. I'm so glad
Maggie-
we never fought Maggie.
Maggie is
for the record.
Maggie is OP. I tell you what.
Maggie
Oh.
would have just juggernauted the fuck out of us if we had fought them.
Maggie, looking at this thing is going to. You know what Maggie's gonna do? Maggie is gonna do a contested athletics check as her first thing to try and push Alexian prone. So it's gonna be athletics versus athletics.
Smart.
So here's Maggie. Jesus. And here is Alexian. Oh, doggy. I would hope so. So that's her first thing. So that doesn't work. So she's just gonna try and hit him with her great axe. My God.
How many crits today, dude?
I know.
Only crits. Did we get only crits dice?
You got only crits dice.
Mm.
You see that Alexian is very unhappy. And as that happens, you see that Alexian's wings flare out again and says, I have lived 1,000 lifetimes and felt 1,000,000 sorrows. I am the judge this world deserves, and mine will be the final decree.
Yeah,
And looks down
Afraid
at
of
you.
that.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
I was afraid of that.
Oh no, you are up.
Okay, so he's now within
He is
potential
on. He is
healing
on the
ability?
ground. Yes.
This is great. I would like to run up to him over here
Mhm.
ish. Actually, you know what? Just because I want to use it at some point, instead of using my movement, I just wanted to use my jewel thing
Do it.
and teleport over, just because I really wanted to use it at some point.
Okay. You just teleport
Um,
to him.
Yeah, it's a bonus action to teleport to him.
Okay.
And then, each creature of my choice within 5 feet of the target's new location must make a DC 18 Constitution saving throw. So, of my choice is just him.
Oh, wow.
23.
On a successful save, creature takes half damage.
Okay. What type
So
of damage
half
is
of
it?
that.
What type is it?
Of radiant.
He
Oh
takes
no.
none.
Dang it. Well,
Okay.
and I would like to like teleport, and then I'd like to flavor that my claw attack is me being like, I'm gonna give you a big hug because you took my snack, but I'm also gonna attack you and do 3 claws.
Spicy situation.
Honestly, I was thinking of hugging the other one.
I wanted to hug the other one as soon as he switched,
Yeah.
but then he flew up.
Well,
and I was
the
like,
first one was kind of fungus-like, you know? We could have connected.
Okay, so
Mhm.
those two hit. Cool. 18 plus 6, 24. Cool, got it. Alright. Well, dang. Because yeah, that third one misses. But 13.
Yeah.
Alright, that's your turn.
Yep, that's it.
He looks at you, kind of smirks, and then he is going to modify his teleport. And he is not going to emit damage on this teleport because I can teleport him without doing damage, and it doesn't cost me an action. So he's going to teleport over here for the reason that as he does that, you see as he kind of disappears and reappears in this bright heavenly light, he is going to use his once a day ability in this form and release divine energy in a 60-foot cone into this whole party. Carrie, you are up in the sky avoiding it. So the 3 of you all need to make me DC 17 con saves.
Oh, but that's a good stat, so we're okay.
Hey. Alright, cool. So remember, you have Indomitable too.
Yeah.
There you go.
So the only person that's going to take full damage and also be knocked prone
Sorry.
is going to be Maggie, and this is all
No.
radiant damage.
No. Is
40.
she knocked into my...
She's 45.
my
No, she's just immediately knocked prone.
Jesus.
So she's knocked prone, so I'm going to do the old little... Oh, I'll put you over here for a second so I can grab her little turny thing. Actually, I'll just do this. Turn. And Maggie, where's your turner?
Did we take half damage? Or?
Yeah, you guys take half damage, and Maggie takes full. And you were there. Yep, so you guys take 20, let's say 23. So you guys take 23 radiant damage each. Maggie takes 45, and she's currently knocked prone. Pell, it is your turn. Also, Maggie's not looking, she's not looking the best. She's pretty hurt. Let that be known.
How could she not look the best?
She's less than half of her HP.
Yep.
Well, as that giant blast comes in, I just try to take as much of a hit with my shield, and as I'm sprinting towards him, I'm gonna second wind as well.
Absolutely, go for it.
Which is a D10 plus fire level. 19.
Nice.
Not bad. Wow, this really gets you a lot of HP. When you get
It does once you start getting up there.
I'm gonna get vengeance for Maggie.
Alright, as you get there, you start slicing down, in a cold voice, he says to you, "It's just as I thought. You are all imperfect judges. You have not known my suffering. Nobody can know it. I am my only judge. AKA, only God can judge me." But yes, you hit with all of those.
Say that to my sword, bitch.
Oh no.
And I'm gonna mark him too.
He's looking real bad.
Oh yeah, that's my turn.
Like another good round. He's bad. With you right there, he he's just gonna try and Radiant Spear you using one of his legendary actions. 19.
No, sure.
He's just you and Maggie, man. Carry it.
Yeah,
Beginning
what
of the
can I
beginning
say?
of the round because it's a layer action.
Yep.
He's gonna make a water version because I can't not do this to Pell. Pell, a watery version of your horse appears beside you and
No.
and kicks you in the chest, but misses
Not
because it's made of water.
Hazam.
Hazam goes to kick you
Wow.
and just hits you with water and just cleans your chest up a little bit for you.
Nah. You fucked up, Elixir. It's over now.
Oh
You
man,
can't do that.
Carrie, it is
You
your
can't
turn.
do Hazam like that.
I'm just wow. I think I will just, do that bird of prey dive
Mm-hmm.
and attack Elixion.
Okay.
The eagle is crying.
All right. So you're gonna
The eagle
fly.
is
I'll
absolutely
say you can.
crying.
I'll say you can make it, and you're on him. Cool.
Okay, so here we go. I have multi-attack.
Okay.
So here's the beak.
That hits. Okay.
Chomp chomp.
That's piercing damage.
Okay.
And here comes the talons.
Yeah.
And here is the slashing damage.
Cool.
And then sort of, wheel around. I'm basically right there. I can't get any further, but,
As you slash down on top of him, the Apotheon's angelic form falls, striking the ground in a golden starburst. Its gleaming feathers crumble to ash as Elixion rises yet again. Before you, hunched and weary, is an old, haggard man. His gray hair falls over his face in loose strands, and he snarls as he readies his spear and his shield, and this is what you see.
Wow.
Oh, buddy.
Let me add him here. 13. And as this old, snarled man, tired, haggard man, appears, he just says, "This world, it has moved beyond me. There's no place in it for a bitter man, such as I." Is that your turn? Is that your turn, Carrie?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
I'm going to drop eagle form.
Okay.
And
Cool.
just, land right there where I am
All right.
and look at him and say, "There is a place for everyone. I plan to travel after we leave here. You could come with me."
Okay. So, now you can either make me a DC 19 persuasion check, or if you think of another ability that you feel is more appropriate, you can roll that.
Mm-hmm.
You also have 2 more advantages.
Can I roll it at advantage or just use that one in place of?
You can roll any ability check that you feel, if you feel is more appropriate than persuasion, and you have the advantage on whatever check you want to use, if you want to use it, because there's 2 advantages left.
Okay. Guys. Can I use, when I'm looking at this poor old man, right, who seems to be very sorrowful and alone, can I use my insightfulness to decide if maybe someone who is that lonely just, needs a friend?
Yeah.
Okay. So, at advantage. Fingers crossed, y'all. Fingers crossed.
It's 19.
Shit. Okay. Well, worth a try.
As you kind of look at him, and he's kind of waiting for you to say something, he is You see he has a dagger on his hilt, he has a spear in his hands, and the shield on his back. He's just gonna try and quickly stab you with a spear because you did just rip him out of his form.
Yep.
So a 13 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
I think that misses. So. All right, it is Maggie's turn. Maggie is prone.
No, 13 hit.
13 hits?
Yeah.
Oh, then.
Or no, sorry. Can't math. No, it doesn't.
I was gonna say, I don't
I
think
was
that.
gonna say, I thought you said
Here's what
14 barely hit.
No, yeah.
I thought you were at like an 18 or something for your AC.
I'm at 17. I don't know
Oh,
what's
there you
wrong.
go.
I do know what's wrong with me, actually. But it's not relevant.
So Maggie's gonna stand up, and she's gonna look at you, Ono, and she's gonna kind of growl to you. Are you okay, or can I heal myself?
I would like to indicate. No, you go on in a very polite way. But also, like, in a legitimately I'm fine way, but also in the very, like, I don't know if she'd be able to tell the difference between, Ono's politeness not going first, or Ono's truly okay.
It's really hard to tell when you're doing it in a southern accent.
So
It's really hard to tell.
She's gonna take her 2 hammers and just smash them on her chest like she's doing a battle war cry, and she is gonna use Rally and give herself 30 temporary hit points.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So
Maggie.
she's.
Can I have Maggie's babies? I'm just
Yo.
wondering.
Harry or you?
Yes.
And that was just her bonus action, her once a day rally ability. So she's gonna just basically take her 2 hammers and just yeet them overhead at Elixion. And I'm gonna say, because she's trying to avoid hitting Pell and Carrie, he's effectively gonna have like partial cover, giving him a +2 to his AC. So here's your. What's his AC anyway?
Wow.
It's different.
Actually using cover. That is insane.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You see, a hammer toss and a hammer toss. Jesus.
Maggie, dude.
Maggie.
Well, with the shield, he can pass it up there. Yeah. So as the first one's coming down, like Captain America, he quickly like plants the spear into the ground, like butt first, and grabs his shield and just deflects one of them away using parry, and bing, and the one hammer goes splat, goes off into the water, but the second one connects. So, all right. And with that being the turn, she is gonna go, and you see with his shield out now, he, like Captain America, is going to, as a legendary action, using 2 of them, throw his shield at Maggie.
Oh shit.
And as it hits, it's going to explode, and everything within 10 feet of Maggie, so that's Ono and Maggie, must make a DC 18 Charisma saving throw. Maggie fails. So Ono, also give me that check. 20 pass.
Oh.
You do not have 1 level of Ruidium corruption, but Maggie does. As this Ruidium explodes in her face, and she kind of inhales it like she just got hit in the face with a bunch of drugs. But Ono, it is your turn.
Oh, I have real drugs if she wants those. Real, fake, imaginary drugs? I don't know. I think I'm just gonna 1, 2, 3. Can I get around over to here? Is that a problem? Is that weird?
You have the movement, you can get there.
Cool.
You see that right now, Elixion looks like he's on the defensive and only seems to be attacking those that attack him. He seems to be kind of standing in that, like, waiting to see what happens, but if attacked, he's responding in kind. Like Carrie attacked him, he responded in kind. Maggie threw some hammers, he responded in kind, but he doesn't seem to be in an aggressive stance. He looks like a very tired, old warrior.
Okay, so what I would like to postulate, if instead of attacking him, I could just try to give him the strongest hug in the world?
Good.
Yeah, you can do that.
Good.
You can use your checks on that too. If you want to use that as like one of the checks to try and like comfort him, you can certainly.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
And what skill would you like to use that? use for that?
I mean, I would like to somehow use athletics to do one of those hugs where like you pick them up and like swirl them around.
Sure, you can do that.
Is-
You can use.
Don't break anything.
You have one more advantage whenever you choose to use it. So.
And what did you happen to say the DC earlier?
It is 19.
It's 19. Okay, guys,
Do
I
it.
have a +9 on athletics.
Do it.
Do I use
It's
the
a-
advantage?
it is a-
Beautiful. Do it.
Remember, you also have luck points.
That is true, right? Like, does someone else have a good skill they could use this round that wants the advantage?
You can use any skill.
This is you hugging him. I love it. Do it.
Do it. And if you crit, you get 2. I couldn't even finish the sentence. But I started the sentence, so you have 2 because I couldn't finish the sentence, and that's where I was going with that. Keeping myself above board. And as you squeeze him very, very tightly, he says 2 things. The first, I have survived for this long. Surely it was for some purpose. Ow, that hurts a lot. You're squeezing very tight. I've heard echoes of the most beautiful things from the surface. Laughter, music, joy. Ow, I want to see them, to know them again. Please stop breaking my ribs. Ow.
I guess when he says, please stop breaking my ribs, I'm going to be more gentle, but the hug doesn't end.
Alright. That's fine. So we'll say he's not grappled or anything like that, but
yeah, I wasn't trying to go for anything
yeah.
mechanically, just hugs.
Alright. So that your turn?
Yep, that's what I got.
Alright. So because he's more on the comforting side, being comforted side than he is on the aggressive side right now, I'm gonna roll a D100. And we'll say there's a 75% chance that he does not attack you. So 1 to 75, he won't attack you. Above that, he will. So, because I feel that is the most fair. He is still being hugged, and he's very old. He's just very, very tired.
Same.
And he just sighs, and you see that he lets go of his spear, so his spear falls to the ground, but he's still got his shield. He's got a shield in one arm, and you're crushing the shield into his ribs from the front, and you're holding from the back, and his dagger's still on his hilt, and he does not do anything. It is Pel's turn.
He dropped his spear, you said?
Yep. You see that he still does have that dagger on his hip and his shield. Like, he could always reach down and grab his dagger, but he's not actively like holding it where the butt of it is standing up vertically. He just kind of let it go and it fell to the ground.
Okay. I'm not gonna swing or anything,
Okay.
but I will raise my sword to his chest. Elixir. I know you were cursed from the start, but this doesn't need to be the end for you. You can help us destroy the Ruidio, and we can find a way to save you. But if you keep on fighting us, you will die.
What kind of skill do you want to use?
Persuasion?
Okay. And do you want to use that advantage that you have?
Yeah.
It's your turn. Take it.
Do it. Okay.
Yes.
Roll me. Okay. I love it when the dice tell the story. It's great.
Right? It's so good.
As you say these things to Elixion, kind of describing that, he just looks up at you, and with the kindest old person eyes you've ever seen, he just says, "What's left of the world that I once knew?" And then he looks up towards the sky. He takes in a very long breath. He releases it, shuddering as tears run down his face. A smile of relief comes over his countenance, and he changes. He changes what he looks like, and you see that the dispossessed version of Elixion, he glows really brightly for a second, and still in your arms holding him, he turns into this much kinder looking older gentleman.
Grandpa!
And he says, "My soul feels so light." He looks at each of you, kind of over his shoulder, and then at you, Carrie, and at you, Pell, and then Maggie, as she kind of steps in a little bit closer. He locks eyes with you one by one, and then says, "Please, let us leave this cursed place. Judge me now, and grant us permission so we can go." What do you do?
Am I still hugging him?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to, like, you know when you're ending a hug and you you squeeze a little extra hard right at the end?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to do that. And I think we gotta deal with the moon shit, and then we're good to go.
You mean Ruidius, the moon?
Yeah, the moon, the Ruidum.
Oh,
I find it really hard to say Ruidium in the first place, and trying to do it with a southern accent is harder, so
the
moon shit.
Ruidium. Well, I can't do anything about the moon, but the Ruidium. And as he kind of takes his walking stick, and he kind of points it towards each of the prayer sites in succession, you see that the red Ruidium is starting to fade and is being replaced by brighter white, pure lights, and the Ruidium disappears from the prayer sites. The Ruidium corruption of Maggie, you see the red pulsations in her veins fade. The red tinge of her armor fades, and it becomes regular plate armor. All of the items that you have that are infused with Ruidium, the Ruidium seems to disappear, and your items are no longer Ruidium infused items. You see, as he kind of smiles, he says, "My corruption is gone. My corruption through Alexandria is gone. I'm finally at peace." But as that happens, the Netherdeep starts to react violently.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Pretty sure that was.
Everything starts to crumble, and you see that
I feel the earth move under my feet.
exactly. He looks at all of you and says, "Would you like to go home?"
I mean, we do, but did we have a plan for telling the rest of the group? And like looking partially at Maggie and also everyone else, like, wait, what was the plan for the rest of the group?
I left
And like,
stone or earring with them, I think. One of our earrings.
did
Well,
we?
you know the only way out of the Netherdeep is the way that you came, so you will have to pass them anyway.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
So, he leads you all.
The completionist parts of me really wants to be like, I want to investigate all the shrines, but also the world is breaking, so like, let's go.
Yes. You guys start to make your way in the world today.
Just one last. Make it away.
Yes. You guys make your way out of the Heart of Despair into the Netherdeep, and then soon after to Ankarel. As you make your way from the Netherdeep up into Ankarel, you see that the entrance to the Netherdeep, as you're making your way out into Kael Morrow, destroys itself. The aboleth that was there, as you go past, kind of separates into hundreds of schools of fish. No longer corrupted or cursed by Druidium or from Elixian's torture. As you...
Can I want to say, can I take a fish, like, as a pet? But then I realized I had nothing to put it in, so never mind.
As you guys make it up into Ankarel, no longer hampered by his fury, his memories, and the empty silence of the Netherdeep, as he steps up for the first time in centuries, Elixian sees the light of the world.
I was gonna say, when we get up to the light, you might want to, like, slowly open your eyes. It's gonna be real bright when we get up there.
He gets up and he does that thing where he kind of covers his eyes for a couple of minutes until they adjust. And he begins to gape in wonderment at Ankarel. This busy city that stretches out before him is filled with pleasant chatter, birdsong, and sunlight. You see that he's flinching. He feels overwhelmed in this new world. It's not the same world that he left.
Carrie's gonna put her arm around him and kind of take his arm, so she's essentially supporting him and just say, I died not long ago, and then I came back, and everything was too much. But if you give it a little time, it will become easier, and you will not be alone. Unless you should want to be.
He nods and then says, "Can you help me settle? I wish to learn the city and see how the world has changed, and I don't assume I have a long time, but I want to spend it among the people here, just living."
Of course. Can we take him to our lodgings and arrange for him to have, like, a fairly good-sized room?
You can. Would you like to take him directly to your lodgings, or would you like to go to the Cobalt Soul with Jamil?
I was gonna say, I feel like the Cobalt Soul would love to meet him.
The Cobalt Soul can come take a number with this poor, tired, battered soul.
So some time goes, you get him settled, you kind of show him around the town, you take him to the casino, the bazaar, I like to imagine that you guys tell him of your adventures that you've had in Ankarel since you've been here. You show him the Arboretum, you take him through the Cerulean Palace, you go up into the Sigil
I
District
introduced
where
him
the
to
university
the
is.
people who sold me drugs,
Yes.
Absolutely touristy things.
He definitely
that we
takes
didn't have a
he
chance
definitely
to
takes some of the drugs. And eventually, you guys make your way back to Jamil. Jamil had heard of your success and your return, and you got a message saying, "Come and congratulations, and come and see me whenever, and bring your new compatriot with you." And as you, after so many more days, just casually, you guys make your way to the home of the Cobalt Soul, and you enter, and as you are led in, this time it's a little different. You've never seen it this busy, and when you are led in, a hush falls over the crowd, and everyone turns and kind of makes a tunnel from the door up to Jamil's office, and you start getting a round of applause from everyone, and everyone as much as they're happy and thankful to you, they're excited and honored to meet Elixion, because they are finally able to give him, and you can see the look of honor and happiness, and almost like he doesn't deserve it. He's very shy about accepting all of this. He's very graceful, but very shy, accepting all of this pageantry and this thankfulness and this gratefulness that's being bestowed upon him by all the monks and the staff who are here and the patrons of the city who have come to the Cobalt Soul. And you see Jamil just standing at the top looking down as this is happening, and he has a painting easel, and as he's walking, you see he's very quickly painting, ripping a page off, painting, ripping a page off. Like, Jamil can paint. He's like a lightning speed. He's like a court artist. He is.
He can use one hand to do one thing and one hand to do another, right? Or
Yes.
he's got the
Yes, he can. He is
permanent mage hands, or what was it?
Yep, he is a fancy monk. But eventually, you guys make your way up. He introduces himself to Elixion, thanks him, and says whenever he has time and wishes to, he would love to hear more about the calamity and confirm things, information they have, and just get his whole side of it. And you see he's got a handful of historians and interns waiting to take notes, to write all of this down, to put his story into public record. Yes, the aboleth turned into many schools of fish.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And
That's part of
yes. And after he gets everything going and starts having these conversations, he says, "Well, obviously you all are you're very welcome in the Cobalt Soul whenever you wish, and you have access to all of our other locations. But I do owe you all something." And he turns and snaps his fingers, and another person comes in, another one of the workers there, and puts in front of you each a bag of gold, with 2,000 gold pieces in each bag of gold.
Oh.
It says, not only did you spoil the plans of, well, the Vermilion Dream, you also successfully completed the quest. Everyone survived, and you brought back a legendary hero who we can learn from. If anything, 2,000 is underpaying you. And he goes, actually, and he waves, and somebody else comes in from another door, and there's a small jewelry box. And he puts it in front of you and flips the lid open, and inside of this dark mahogany encrusted gold filigree encrusted jewelry box, as he opens it, you see sitting inside on top of this purple sateen pillow, there are 3 bands, about the size of ring bands, and each one of them, as you kind of look at it, you see that in your in Elvish, on one of the rings, you see Pell is engraved. On another one, in Draconic runes, you see Ono is engraved. And on a third ring, in Aeorian, in Primordial, because he believes you know enough of your original mother tongue to recognize your name, is engraved Carrie. And he then says to you, once a week, you can return to your home here at the Cobalt Soul. You just think and believe and urge yourself to come here, and it is a teleportation spell, only once a week, and it will bring you here to this building. But they will bring you from anywhere on this plane back home, and this is always a home for you. So you now all have rings of teleportation, but they only teleport you to the Cobalt Soul in so I mean, I guess they're really like teleportation circle rings, but they teleport you back to the Cobalt Soul, and they can be used once a week. So if you come here, you got to figure out how to get back to where you were going. But they're one-way rings that work once a week. So if you ever get called here for whatever reason and you're not near a Cobalt Soul, you can just teleport your way here. So
Is there an official name of this item, or do we just?
You can just add it in there. I haven't officially put it in there anywhere, but it's just
Okay.
you can call it, I don't know, Ring of Returning to Cobalt Soul. Sure, why not? Why not?
Can we call it the Cobalt Ring of Returning? Because that sounds cooler.
Yeah, you can certainly
Oh,
call
that's
it that.
good. I like that.
You can certainly call it that. But with that, Elixion spends he spends the rest of his days in Ank'Harel, feeling no need to travel any further. He travels through the city and learns as much as he can and experiences as much as he can as an older gentleman within Ank'Harel. And I will tell you, after probably a few months, maybe a year at most, he does pass very peacefully in his home, and he has made his home up in the Alluvium district where the Arboretum is, where you went to the tree festival. That is where he ends up living, and he can live wherever he wants in the city. Cobalt Soul have it all covered for him. He wants and needs for nothing, but he likes to be with the people. But after you guys get your rings, about a week or so goes by, and you receive a summons to the Cerulean Palace, where a feast is held in your honor. The head of this branch of the Cobalt Soul, the branch, and a few other branches of the Cobalt Soul, you have the members from the casino come and hang out here with their families. From your drug market friends come, your other tavern friends come, and the Emperor of they also show, and they have a feast in your honor, and you are all credited as Zoodles, the ones who brought peace to a tormented soul, peace to a tormented city, and prevented a massive collapse of the world economy and general goodness in the realm. You guys are made heroes of the realm and are given effectively keys to the city, and you can come and go as you please. You now have the ability, within reason, to ask for favors from Jaman, from the Cobalt Soul, from those in power who you have helped. You get people during this festival, they ask you to tell them of Kael Moreau, to tell them of the Netherdeep, to tell them of Jigao and how you became the heroes. You see your rivals show up to this party, and wouldn't you know it, Maggie challenges the Emperor to an arm wrestling contest, and that doesn't go over well. She gets Jaman Soul, I think. They move Maggie to a different portion of the room and say that she can't do that. But your group is known by many names throughout the city and throughout Marquette. You're known as the Redeemers, the Prayer Bearers, the Hope Bringers, the Soul Healers, and you hear numerous other names that are just kind of spouted off at this party. But the one that rings true and carries itself through for as long as you wish to is the Zoodles. And every time someone says the Zoodles, they kind of laugh because it seems like the most unheroic name for a group that you can think of. But when they hear of your exploits of dancing your way through problems, of hugging your way through problems, and just doing generally unconventional means to solve problems that don't always resort to violence and murder, it kind of brings a different glint of hope to those who are revering you. But with that, we will close the book on Call of the Netherdeep. The module is completed in the way that you guys completed it. But yes, you guys all level up to 12. And if these characters were to
Man.
be played again in the future, they would all be level 12. So, with that, let's end this recording for the campaign, and then I have something else I want to do on another recording that I will start.
But
So,
first, we have to say thank you, Alex.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Wow.
Alex.
absolutely.
Wow.
It was very,
Thank you,
very
Zoodle
fun.
friends. I'm
Well,
bawling.
with that, there is no more Netherdeep next time, but maybe there will be another next time for the Zoodles, but only time will tell. So, thank you for playing, thank you for watching, and it was